I'm reacting to Spy Classroom episode 12 and 1-0 go. Wondering, yes, I will be watching it off of High Dime's website. I mean, considering he's always busy doing stuff, I'm not gonna blame him. Huh. That's actually a damn good point. Because we haven't really seen them all together at once that often. Girl be getting greedy. Oh, that for a second she wanted to make another move. Are we really going back to flashbacks again? Because this means this is between the first impossible mission and the second impossible mission, just given the context, which is kind of annoying because it's like, at this point, who in their right mind thought it was a good idea of ending off the season on a flashback? That's provided this flashback takes up the whole damn episode, man. I'm like, yeah, I mean, the tones are fucking adorable. Honestly, yeah, the animation is restrained, though. You can definitely tell that it's definitely a lowered budget production, at least when it comes to this episode. Oh, I mean that makes sense. I mean, sometimes business can just, oof, it can be freaking, it can just beat you down. Well, things considered anyway. Look at Lily's. Now that's gonna get slightly stuck in my head now. Okay, that is an absurdly fucked up requirement right there. And that's just being a bit straight up too. Not being able to take no for an answer properly. But also, of all the things though, why does this episode have to spend its time on this? Just something so low stakes as material for a season finale just feels, no, it is suboptimal anyway. And honestly, if they wanted to show all the girls, they could have done it organically by not having this as a flashback or having even this episode in earlier, even though the material in this episode itself ain't the best. Yeah, I do like how they're all gung ho about this, though. Damn. I love our girls are pretty hardcore at times. You know, it's a sensible answer right there. Honestly, this feels like a fucking filler episode, and for those that are saying, "Oh, Anime Caveman, it's just for comedy," I'm like, this series has had so many fucking fillerish episodes that at this point, this series has lost the benefit of fucking doubt at this point. It does not deserve the benefit of fucking doubt anymore. Not this deep into the series. It fucking doesn't. Samantha, she does look pretty good in that outfit, though. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta admit, though, the opening song, even though this ain't the most type shit ever, the opening song is so good that you can put it in a scene that ain't the most type shit ever, and it would still work pretty well. So I do have to give her credit where credit's due. I mean, I think with all spies, so they at the very least have a tendency of shutting shit down before it escalates. As long as it's not something on, say, the impossible mission level, they should hopefully be relatively fine. I love that facial reaction. It's so fucking perfect. I'm like, bro. That's a cute little cover story. You know, without dramatic or girl, she could actually be a damn good actress if she didn't get into like the business of being a spy. Let's go. I admit, even though this episode ain't the best material, the voice actresses in the series, they try their best to lift a script that isn't worthy of their performances. So for those of you wondering, this series has one of the best casts ever for an anime. This is damn shame. It's also given one of the most mid performances. Oh, yeah, I actually always like seeing Gretze get to do a little bit more. I gotta admit that this goes with the glass is fucking good. Wait a second. Oh, I just wonder who they got to this. I just wonder who's disguised as the dude, though. Oh, yeah, probably got to. Yeah, I don't feel. Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna be her because she is in canon one of the ones with like the best skills to disguise herself, and plus she can even imitate a man's voice just off of information in the previous arc. Okay, yeah, that's kinda cute. Yeah. I gotta blame her being a bit paranoid. That's what they have. No, they probably do have an A3 excuse to use. And you know what? I like how they have this man hook, line, and fucking sinker too. I gotta admit, that look from Gretze looked fucking amazing. Like, I don't even need words and animal off verse to even grasp that if the dude woulda continued on, he'd have sunk this guy 60 under if he woulda fucking tried some shit. That was that was beautiful. Actually, all the acting was great, but I'd say Gretze had the best acting only because she had to actually dress up like a man. That was some impressive shit, all things considered. All that accents why she put in all the stops. I thought it was because she just takes every everything super seriously. Well, not everything seriously, but at least most things seriously anyway. But I was thinking, she wishes it was a proposal, but it ain't gonna be that easy though. Oh, I'm not gonna blame Kietse for not tuning up. Kinda like that, at least because when it comes to the characters, Monica hasn't really had a lot of spotlight when it comes to our main cast characters. Oh, that's all. Woo! Ah! There's always a but. Fuck. Ah. Well, yeah, because that'd be completely unethical. They let him become an accomplice. But then they'd be relying on Klaus's culinary skills, which I mean, I guess that wouldn't be the worst thing ever. I mean, the dude would probably be versatile. And damn, I actually like how he has the talent to silence. Hmm. Okay, honestly, Klaus is such a fucking bro. I mean, it makes sense why you'd say it like that, though, because most people they don't really cook with exact. Well, some people don't cook with exact recipes. They just cook based off of feeling or instinct. Maybe it's just giving them just enough information so that our girls are put in a position where they have to think for themselves. Hmm. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I see where this episode's going when it comes to like trying to give us more emphasis on like how Grete wants to woo in Glass, but we kind of already got that in the previous arc and to a better extent. I'd say the only positive thing I'd say when it comes to this specific episode is it's giving some of the other girls some bit more screen time. That's about it. Whoa! Ooh! I mean, hey, the dude pulled a fucking gun. That's a good thing Lily's body's immune to poison too. Well, at least against her own poisons, anyway. Oh, I mean, yeah. That's actually kinda cool. It makes sense how you have someone to that's actually pretty smart. Although this essentially means they did all that shit, gathering all that money. Essentially for nothing for the most part. I mean, I could see why she'd assume that, but I'd say at worst, only like maybe a quarter of the team would actually like him. Yeah, that just shows you the type of sisterhood that they've got that they're keeping away. Ha! That's it. Wow. For a season finale, this episode was mid as fuck. Like, if this was like, say, an episode before the previous arc that ended, I would have given this on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being actually being exceptional. I would have given this shit a 5 out of 10. But since this is how they actually want to end off this season, I'm gonna give this episode a 4.5 out of 10. It's like, what's the fun? Like, what was the fucking point of this episode? It would have been nice maybe seeing the girls' reactions to succeeding in their second impossible mission. That would have been much more gratifying than this. And this episode that was just here just to give us more cute sequences. Felt like there wasn't really any rhyme and reason for this episode. That's why if it would have been one of the mid episodes, I would have given it an average score. But since this is how they choose to end off the season, my expectations are significantly more higher. And speaking of which, here's what I'm going to rate this season. If I had to rate this season on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being exceptional, I'm also going to give Spy Classroom a fall. Oh, wait, no. Oh, there's an after credits. Oh, looks like we might actually get something interesting. Oh, shit. Okay, okay. Why didn't the others start with this instead? Oh, I swear the directorial stuff in this series is, my goodness, they are pieces of work. That's all I gotta say. Because why can't they have just started off the episode with this? That would have been an epic way of starting the season finale. Wait, we got a standoff here? Whoa! Damn! No, seriously, they could have started out with this, and now it has the audacity to end. It's some bullshit. You know what? I was gonna give this episode a 4.5 out of 10. It goes down to a fucking 4 because that's just a fucking ball punch. I'm like, if you're gonna have fillerish fucking bullshit for most of the episode, why not just completely scrap the fucking script and start with this? I mean, shit, they were gonna end it on a fucking cliffhanger anyway. Might as well start off the episode with epic. Literally, just scrap the whole thing. Just start the episode with the after credit stuff, and then work from there. That could have been the start of an amazing season finale. But this is really what the series chooses to end off in. Oh, that's some horse shit. And you know what? I was originally gonna rate this series because on my scale, 5's average and exception, 1's abysmal. I was gonna rate this series a 4.5 out of 10. Now, fuck that shit. This episode fucking drops it down another fucking peg. I'm giving this shit a 4 out of 10. I'm only bumping this shit up to a 4.5 if it by some miracle gets to season 2. Because it fucking needs one. To have this fucking cliffhanger, and here's why I would give it a low score even if it got a season 2. Because out of 12 episodes in the season, only 4 of them were good. Just 4 episodes out of fucking 12. Which is an awful hit rate because the only good episodes in this disappointing series, and I even can count too because that's the mission involving Grete. The only episodes in the series that were good were episodes 8, 9, 10, and 11 because the start of the series was unevenly placed. They handled the first impossible mission with just utilizing 2 episodes. What and then they fucking waste their times from episodes 4 to 7 with fillers bullshit in this last episode. So even if the series gets a season 2 announcement, they squandered so much of its potential with fucking fillerish feeling episodes to the point where it's like, what the fuck? Why not just focus more on the impossible missions? Give those episodes a much more bigger episode counts instead. But no, the animation stuff in this series had all the wrong priorities. So that's why this series, even if it were to get a season 2, I honestly still wouldn't think much highly of it. The only reason why I give this series a 4 out of 10 was because just that stretch of 4 strong episodes, which were the episodes from 8 through 11, those 4 episodes. If it wasn't for that stretch, this series would be a fucking 3 or 2 out of 10. But those episodes were genuinely great and made me wonder, was it really the same animation and writing staff doing the rest of the series? Because those 4 episodes felt competently done, directed, and written. Things I cannot say about the other episodes of this fucking series. So honestly, those are my thoughts on when it comes to the writing on the series. Its priorities were all wrong, or especially the bits where you had some scenes where they were saying, "Oh yeah, they were trying to pretend that there was a certain amount of girls," but then you had a girl that was supposed to be kept quiet, making lots of noise in some of the previous episodes. So even like a few things affecting continuity here and there that affected the series, or the characters not sometimes not finishing off their targets, or the enemies not finishing off the main girls in some of the earlier arcs in the series. Like sometimes this series would also have plot and stupidity towards certain characters. That's the reason why also when it comes to this series, it had more issues than just some of the wasted episodes. Some of the issues that the series also had were also relating to just the way it handled its antagonist sometimes, or its protagonist. It just sometimes had characters randomly act stupid just to progress the plot. And the animation is okay, aside from again that 4 episode stretch. For some reason, that 4 episode stretch in the series had good animation, good writing, good directing. Like honestly, episodes 8, 9, 10, 11. Had the series been on the level of episodes 8, 9, 10, 11, this series would have straight up been a 7 or an 8 out of 10 if it would have had that quality from start to finish. Sadly, that's not the case. But damn, aside from those 4 episodes, the animation in this series was bleh for the most part. And even the storyboarding was kind of disappointing in some bits because it just felt like sometimes you had in some of the early episodes. And I remember watching some bits too, just to refresh my memory. But it felt like there were bits where there was like action just looking at the early episodes. Because I'm just looking at the bits again when it comes to like the early episodes. There were bits where it's like they would go away from a potentially cool action scene when it came to the sparring bits, which would have been nice to get to see a lot of the girls coordinate all at once. Yeah, they squander the potential. So there's that. And I've even been looking at episode 3 of the series just to make sure. Because now that I look at episode 3, It was just less than optimal because I believe there was a bit where they got a hit against the instructor of Klaus, at least that's how I see it, and then they didn't finish him off when they had the chance. Or there's a scene where Klaus is surrounded by multiple people with gun, and this is in episode 3, and instead of shooting him down to not risk him escaping, they just fucking let him use a fucking yeah, they just let him use the fucking hey, this is all in episode 3. So that's another issue with the series too. It's not just the writing, it's the storyboarding. It will have air characters act fucking stupid in episodes 8, 9, 10, and 11. For some reason, those 4 episodes were masterfully directed. Like, I was impressed. I was like, "That was some competent writing." And not only that, directing too, because those are also the only some of the only episodes where I felt like, "Holy shit, there wasn't anything majorly stupid happening." And speaking of which, there's also a scene in episode 3. Man, episode 3 really dragged down this series. But there was literally a scene in episode 3 where straight up Erna Erna stabbed Klaus's former teacher, instructor in episode 3, and instead of the girls just smartly trying to tie up their enemy that they defeated, they let him stand on the ground instead of, like, I don't know, tying him up or shit like that to prevent shit from escalating. Then shit escalates because the girls were dumb in episode 3. So things like that are what affect the series negatively. And I had to make sure before you all say, "Oh, Anime Kid, man, you're just bullshitting about the poor directing, poor storyboard." Nope. I resaw bits of episode 3, and it's right there too. Literally look around the 16 to 18 mark in between that 2-minute range of episode 3, and I'm not fucking bullshitting. There are multiple instances of like bad directing and bad writing in episode 3. So that's why I can't consider the first stretch of Spy Classroom episodes well done either because of derpy shit like that. And also the rust pacing of things like episode 2. And that's why I can't even muster up any type of fucking defense for the first few episodes of Spy Classroom. I won't even bother either because the first few episodes were bad too. That's why I give the series a 4 out of 10. It ain't just this disappointing episode. It's the stretch of the early episodes that sink this series for me. That's why Spy Classroom is not a good anime. Hell, even if it gets a season 2 that's directed on the levels of, say, episodes 8, 9, 10, and 11, and season 2 ends up being amazing, it's not going to make season 1 good. No, hell no. But if they can make something on that level, at least season 2 would be worth a damn. But yeah, as it stands, season 1, if season 1 of the series is just it is a mess. It's a fucking mess. From a writing standpoint, an animation standpoint, a directing and storyboarding standpoint. And these are my thoughts. Now, will I see a season 2? I'll probably check out some episodes of season 2 just out of fucking curiosity. But I will not jump in with any expectations. I'll jump in with the expectations of expecting a piece of fucking shit. That's what I would expect. Because honestly, this series hasn't done anything to garner any faith at all. If anything, it's done enough for me to harbor feelings of like fucking negativity, if anything. And I heard the light novels that the series is based off of are actually better. I've actually heard that a lot of the issues that are in the series are mostly because of the animation stuff, from what I've heard anyway. So hearing that, I'm like, I'm not even surprised at this point. Man, this series might actually make me inclined of maybe even reading the source material because I felt that there was actually potential here. Just potential ruined by an ill-equipped animation staff, unfortunately, which that tends to be the case when it comes to a lot of anime adaptations. They're picked up by ill-equipped animation studios or directorial staff that just don't know what the fuck they're doing. But yeah, this finale was a fucking dumpster fire. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching my video and have a great day or night, y'all. Bye bye, y'all.